Hello, so I wanted to come to do another video with you guys. I haven't came done a video, haven't presented a video in a while. Um, but we're trying to bring some more content your guys' way. Again, this is Josiah with 1111 Electric. If you haven't liked or subscribed, please hit the like and subscribe button. Um, so I wanted to talk a little bit about dirty electricity and the AC field. So the AC field and the electric field, and then also how the electric field now affects a lot of our houses and our buildings today with smart meters and how all that comes together. And then more importantly, how it all comes together for our sleep. So I'm gonna share my screen real quick. And so this is a device called the sign tamer. And it's a dirty electric whole house, dirty electric filter. And basically it wires in at the panel and backfeeds off of a breaker. It doesn't use any power. Um, but yeah, it's a great device. They found out a lot of Fortune 500 companies and tech companies use this device because they need their equipment to run perfectly on a 60 hertz frequency. And let me see here. Uh, so the 60 hertz frequency is in this range here. The waveform is a bigger form. Anything over 60 hertz is considered dirty electricity. So in kind of this range here, above 60 hertz. And the sign tamer uh, filters that out. Um, and is constantly keeping you as close to that 60 hertz frequency as possible. The reason why this is all important, this is a document that Creatus Canada and their engineers came up with by uh, researching how the sign tamer affects dirty electricity, specifically from smart meters. Um, the sign tamer suppresses and incorporates RF radio frequency and electromagnetic interference filtration in the 1 kilohertz to 10 megahertz range as part of the circuitry to combat the transients, making it effective in mitigating higher frequency kilohertz range of frequency that Dr. Samuel Milham speaks about in his book Dirty Electricity about harmful frequencies to humans. This radio frequency range does in fact travel on top of the 60 hertz cycle in our buildings and is induced from switch mode power supplies on the smart meters. The kilohertz frequency range is a known carcinogen for human cell structure and is justified in many reports over the years. I've done extensive research in the past few months regarding this issue, and it was brought to my attention about a year ago from somebody concerned with human exposure to the kilohertz frequency in their home. Um, and since then, they've tested the sign tamer, and it works really well with cleaning up that range. And it's works considerably better than any of the plug-in household ones that they try and sell you that these other name brand companies have come out with that you plug in all around your house. And those actually make the kilohertz frequency problem worse. Um, so because the new smart meters have a microprocessor in them, they incorporate a switch mode power supply inherent in all the units, enabling them to operate in a DC voltage range for their electronic portion of their operation. This switch mode power supply induces an RF frequency from 1 to 100 kilohertz range, and it travels directly on top of the kilohertz power, which is fed into the homes and buildings. And it radiates out 3 feet from the walls. Um, all through where those wires are behind your drywall. And then they found like the Stetzers and the green waves are incapable of actually filtering out that kilohertz frequency, and then it just dumps it back onto your neutral and ground wires, and makes the problem worse. So that's what this document's kind of going over. This is an oscilloscope, and this is all the dirty electricity spikes that the smart meter and all of your appliances are creating. And then when we turn the sign tamer on, then it cleans them up and your sine wave becomes a lot more cleaner. You'll get charged less. All of your appliances work longer. less harder, more efficiently. And then it also protects against lightning strikes. So that's affecting you all the time, especially when you're sleeping. Just imagine if your bed's close to the wall within that 3 feet range, you're going to be getting a ton of this dirty kilohertz frequency dumped onto your body. Um, another thing, another thing that we like to tell our clients, so this is what a smart meter looks like. This is kind of an example. If you have one of these kind of newer smart meters, or if the utilities upgrading smart meters in your area, once you get them, you're going to need this sign tamer because this is going to produce a ton of dirty electricity into your house. Um, so also what we do is we can scan your sleep space and find out which circuits are affecting your sleep space. So like how the electrician has ran the wires through your sleep space. And then we can identify those with our NFA 1000 AC field meter, and then put them on a remote and basically control them from this switching box here, straight from the panel. And before bed, you can shut those circuits off, get as close to the building biology standards of to 0.3 volts per meter in your sleep area. And that's going to dramatically reduce any harm. And it's allowing your cells to vibrate and communicate when you're going into those REM sleeps. That's why mitigating sleep during this period is the most critical time, because we're laying just in these fields, not moving around. It's where we're being most affected. And if we can mitigate these fields while we're sleeping, then we're going to go into a deeper sleep. Our cells are going to communicate, and we're going to have a much restful healing time sleeping that way. Um, I wanted to show you one other thing, and that is the website. So we sell this sign tamer on our website, and I'll leave a link in the description. But at www.1111electric.com, and basically, um, we can give, it comes with a wiring diagram and to instruct. So if you're outside of Colorado and you can't have us install it for you, your local electrician will be able to look at this wiring diagram and wire it into your panel. He understands, because this is a National Electric 2023 code requirement to have a surge protector device whole panel filter installed. So why not put one that actually filters the dirty electricity coming from the smart meter as well? So it's 2023 National Electric Code compliant, and it's going to clean up that kilohertz frequency. And so there's a brief description about how it helps through that and how it works. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of break this little video down to you guys. Dirty electricity and the AC field and how it affects our sleep is huge, in trying to keep our sleep space down to building biology standards, and so we can heal and have a great night's sleep. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for stopping by and checking us out.